Hi everyone, welcome to Basic Science Series. I'm your host Lokinder Kumar, and today we are going to discuss neurotransmitters. If you are following the nervous system series, you already know that I have made videos on nervous system. I have also made videos on nerve cell, where I have tried to discuss what are the different components of nervous system, what are the basic components of a nerve cell. I have also discussed what is the function of the nerve cell. In this particular video, I'm going to classify neurotransmitters on the basis of their structure. We're going to also discuss what are the basic functions of the neurotransmitters and what are the different types of neurotransmitters. Before we move on to the lecture part, I have a quick request to make. If you are new to the channel, then please do subscribe to the channel, and if you like the video, please hit the like button. Your subscription makes a huge difference and motivates me to provide cost-free education to everyone around the world. With that note, let's jump on to the presentation part. Previously in our nervous system series, we discussed nervous system and the nerve cell. In this video, I wanted to focus on neurotransmitters, the chemical signals of our nervous system. Neurotransmitters are chemical signal messengers that transmit a message from a nerve cell across the synapse to a target cell. The target can be another nerve cell, a muscle cell, or a gland cell. They are chemicals made by a nerve cell specifically to transmit the message. Neurotransmitters are released from synaptic vesicles in synapses into the synaptic cleft, where they are received by neurotransmitter receptors on the target cell. Neurotransmitters are stored in synaptic vesicles clustered close to the cell membrane at the axon terminal of the presynaptic neuron. Neurotransmitters are released into and diffuse across the synaptic cleft, where they bind to specific receptors on the membrane of the postsynaptic neuron. Binding of neurotransmitters may influence the postsynaptic neuron in either an excitation or inhibitory way, depolarizing or repolarizing it respectively. Many neurotransmitters are synthesized from simple precursors such as amino acids, which are readily available and only require a small number of biosynthetic steps for conversion. Neurotransmitters are essential to the function of complex neural system. The exact number of neurotransmitters in humans is unknown, but more than 200 have been identified. Most of the neurotransmitters are about the size of a single amino acid. However, some neurotransmitters may be the size of larger proteins or peptides. A released neurotransmitter is typically available in the synaptic cleft for a short time before it is metabolized by enzymes, pulled back into the presynaptic neuron through reuptake, or bound to a postsynaptic receptor. Nevertheless, short-term exposure of the receptor to a neurotransmitter is typically sufficient for causing a postsynaptic response by the way of synaptic transmission. Generally, a neurotransmitter is released at the presynaptic terminal in response to a threshold action potential or graded electrical potential in the presynaptic neuron. However, low-level baseline release also occurs without electrical stimulation. There are 4 basic criteria for identifying neurotransmitters. The chemical must be synthesized in the neuron or otherwise be present in it. When the neuron is active, the chemical must be released and produce a response in some targets. The same response must be obtained when the chemical is experimentally placed on the target. A mechanism must exist for removing the chemical from its site of activation after its work is done. There are many different ways to classify neurotransmitters. Dividing them into amino acids, gasotransmitters, trace amines, peptides, monoamines, and purines is sufficient for the preliminary classification purposes. Amino acids as neurotransmitters include glutamate, aspartate, D-serine, gamma-aminobutyric acid, which is GABA, and glycine. Gasotransmitters as neurotransmitters include nitric oxide, NO, carbon monoxide, CO, and hydrogen sulfide, which is H2S. Monoamines as neurotransmitters include dopamine, norepinephrine, epinephrine, histamine, and serotonin. Trace amines as neurotransmitters include phenylethylamine, N-methylphenylethylamine, tyramine, 3-iodothyronamine, octopamine, and tryptamine. Peptides as neurotransmitters include oxytocin, somatostatin, substance P, amphetamine-regulated transcript, and opioid peptides. Purines as neurotransmitters include adenosine triphosphate, which is ATP, and adenosine. With this note, I conclude this presentation, and I hope the video was helpful for you to understand the basics of neurotransmitters. If you liked the video, then please hit the like button. Alright, I will see you in the next video where I will bring new topics related to the nervous system. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please do subscribe to the channel and show your support. Your subscription makes a huge difference and motivates me to provide cost-free education to everyone around the world. Thank you and take care.